Hello out there. I am Lucy McQuilkin from Intel Capital and a mentor at Techstars Boston. And I have a question for you. I'm wondering if any of you have ever emailed yourself to remember to do something. Yeah, I do that all the time, or at least I used to, until I found this awesome application called Fetchnotes. It turns out I use Fetchnotes every day. I use it to remember what to pick up at the grocery store. I use it to remember what music I want to check out on Spotify, and all kinds of other things. It's incredibly simple, and you choose the categories. Fetchnotes is an application that answers the question, how am I going to remember to do that? And I'm really excited today to be able to introduce Alex Schiff, the founder of Fetchnotes, to tell you all about it.
We have a lot to keep track of, and we're pretty bad at doing that. We miss deadlines, forget to follow up, and the resulting stress is only getting worse as our lives get busier and busier. Now, we're not the first company to attack this problem, but there's a reason it still exists. You see, it's actually more than just your to-do list. There are certainly these direct actions we need to take. Email Katie, run payroll, make my pitch deck. Then there are these more latent things we're saving for a rainy day. Books to read, music to check out, ideas to refer back to later. And then there's this third category, communication, that gets both of these to other people in our life over SMS, email, Twitter, or any number of messaging apps. The thing is, the lines between these are really blurry. So I recruited the best people I could find at the University of Michigan to weave all of these together and reinvent productivity in a way that is simple, sticky, and effective. And that's Fetchnotes. We launched in April, and we signed up over 32,000 people to date. Our users continue to tell us it's the first product they've ever tried that actually works the way they do. And the data backs this up. Our daily active users use it over 5 times per day. So let me tell you about Fetchnotes. We make productivity as simple as writing a tweet. Now, you all met Lucy McQuilkin. She is a busy, married, working parent of 3. And she's planning a trip to Brazil. And while walking off stage, she remembers that she needs to book her tickets. So she opens Fetchnotes, writes down buy tickets for Brazil, and puts it on a list of things she needs to buy for Brazil by putting a hashtag in front of each of those words. Now, Lucy gets home later today, and she just can't stop thinking about that trip to Brazil. So she just clicks Brazil, and now she's looking at all the things that she's jotted down about Brazil. All her ideas, to-dos, and things to research ahead of her trip. But Lucy wants to make sure they have a great travel guide. She already has way too much to do, and she wants her husband Chuck to get this done. Rather than nagging him about it over and over again, she just adds his username to the note. And the next time Chuck logs in, it's already on his to-do list. But Chuck wants to make sure that he involves the whole family in the vacation process. In other words, get out of doing it himself. But his daughter Eliza isn't on Fetchnotes yet. But because we're integrated with your address book, he can just send it to her as a text message. There's no system to learn, no rules to follow. It just works the way you think, because you decide how it works as you use the product. But over the last few months, as we engage with our users, we started to notice something really, really cool. These are some of the top hashtags in our database. And as you can see, they're written with intent. To do, email, books, music, movies, groceries, shopping, buy. It's all intent to do something. Now, intent is a powerful thing. That's why marketers love buying ads with Google. But the real opportunity we see with Fetchnotes is that we capture intent often before it gets to search, the moment it leaves your brain. And because of that, we're uniquely positioned to help you turn it into action. So when Lucy needs to book her trip to Brazil, we can actually help her get it done. And the more Lucy uses Fetchnotes, the more intelligent the system becomes. Which is great for us, because our users are absolutely hooked. Over half of them use Fetchnotes every single day, and that makes us one of the stickiest products around. We're raising $750,000, a third of which is already committed. If you're interested in helping us reinvent productivity, our team has decided to stay right here in Boston. So we'll be around to chat. Thank you.